Hello? Yeah, put it over there. Hello?
Yeah.
Real ill. What's up?
It's Illy as the program. Skipping all that romance. It's different when it's written with your sense and not your program. Silly, I'll get that potency. To me, that's so-po. Baby, it's slow-po. Ain't no spills, this is real cocoa. No chill pill, no chill live here, bro. From politics to kill bill is hip-hop. Can't feel. Check us out and get your tip-hop.
Hey, yo! What up, Cleveland? Welcome to the third episode of Real Spill here on Redline Radio LLC. Call in and join the discussion, 216-259-2062. Call to the mic. 216-259-2062 is the number to call to join the discussion. My name is Kevin Henley. Got the homie right across from me, Phil Rucker.
Yeah.
Got the other homie, Tim flying the ship.
What up, Dow?
What up, though? All right, man. So we got things to talk about. NFL draft was last week. We'll get into that. Howie Roseman doing Howie Roseman shit. My GM is better than yours. He just is. So we talk about that. I mean, hey, man. Everybody can't have Howie.
Don't do Barry like that. Like he just some
Well,
flash in the pan.
Barry learned under Howie.
Well,
He was in Philadelphia, right? So this is Howie doing Howie shit. That's all.
don't do that.
We got beef, man. We got beef. Kendrick Lamar released a diss track where he basically went. Well, he went. I listened to it. I just telling Tim when I came up. I just heard it yesterday. It was.
Go ahead, say it.
It wasn't.
I want to hear you say
yeah.
nigga no more.
It was okay. It wasn't. It wasn't up. It's not up there with like Ether and Second Round Knockout and
he said,
smoking.
yeah. It ain't up there with
don't do
that. But I heard it. Tim said I got to hear it more than once. I just heard it yesterday. I was at the barber shop and my barber was talking about it, and he put the headphones on me when I was in the chair. He put the headphones on me, and I listened to it while he was cutting me up. I mean, it was all right. It was all right.
Fair enough. I mean,
There was a couple lines I was like, ooh.
I listened to it once. That was it.
Yeah.
Are you telling me I need to listen to it again? Is that what you?
Yes, you
Okay,
have
Tim
to.
saying.
How many times you listen to push-ups? How many times you listen to 7-minute drill?
Once.
But push-ups you listen to a couple more times.
Once.
Just once? Okay.
Once. It wasn't. None of them were really like that. Like you know who's diss track I've listened to the most out of all this? Chris Brown.
Yeah, no, Chris
Hey.
Brown is.
Chris Brown.
Hey, Chris went in on that, man.
Chris Brown
Chris
dropped
went
the
in on that.
hardest track in years.
Chris went in on that. I'm not even gonna lie. Chris went in on that. He went in on that. And I was like, hold on. This R&B Chris Brown? Like
that right there was my diss track.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah. See, now you being disrespectful. I like that. Y'all really don't like each other. This beef is it feels like it's fake, like it's plagiarized or something. Y'all really ain't. Y'all not really beefing with each other. Y'all not really. There's no
real animosity.
Like no.
Yeah, like it, like
They pillow fighting with each other for real. Let's be honest with each other. They are pillow fighting with each other. They are out there smacking each other with pillows instead of throwing shots at each other, man.
J. Cole apologizing. Man, I don't want to
Cole, I mean, Kendrick reference. I got stuff that I know about you that I ain't gonna say. But if you keep it up, I'm gonna say no. Say it.
Air him out.
Air this mother sucker out.
Air him out. Listen, almost, and I say almost because there are some things that are like I wouldn't do in a battle, but almost everything is fair in the battle.
That's
almost everything is fair, right? And Aubrey can either respond, he can keep it moving. But the diss was like, okay, like again, it ain't second round knockout. It's not ether. It ain't no Vaseline. You know what I'm saying? Like when you put up there with like all time, it ain't hit him up. It's far
not
from
Chris
hit him up.
Brown.
It's not a knockout for sure.
No.
It's not even Chris
Yeah,
Brown. Let's
it's-
keep it 100.
I disagree.
It's
What?
far from that.
No.
Is it even
no.
is it even up there with MGK and Eminem?
Rap
Chris
Brown.
Chris Brown is so amazing
Yeah,
because he is an R&B singer.
that's right.
Everybody knows he can rap for sure.
I'm sorry. No. That line about Quavo and Takeoff is the most disrespectful
It's savage.
thing I've ever heard. But
Which
you know
is-
the
which
crazy thing? It was true.
It's definitely true.
I saw people putting that line out there. Man, it should have been you. No, nobody wanted. I was like, yo,
Hey.
you can't say that. And then Chris Brown said, I was like, yo, Chris, you can't say
Yes, you
nothing
can.
like that.
Yes,
I
you
was like,
can.
oh no.
Almost everything is fair. And hey,
If that wasn't a true statement, it might not have hit us
If
hard.
it's true,
because it
because
was
of the
true.
true statement.
That's why it hit so hard.
mhm.
Everybody loved Takeoff.
Yes.
Nobody wanted Takeoff to go.
No,
Like,
no.
If it had been
But-
Quavo, people would have
but-
been salty, but they'd have been like, "Ah."
But actually getting online and starting and starting pages like it should have been you, and then Chris Brown picking up on that and then dropping it in the diss track. Man, come on. Yeah, no. You should be. He would have to see me. I don't even care. I don't care. I don't know where he's at right now.
You
If
gotta
I was
have
Takeoff or whoever, which one it is. He would have to see me in the streets. Literally, I don't care. That's just
you
crazy.
gotta have some kind of animosity that you can't have. Well, like, okay, so I'll say this: you either have to have some kind of animosity, or you have to be. And I keep using him as an example because he's the best example to me. You have to be somebody like KRS One, right? Who's like, okay, Phil, we cool, but I'm about to murk you right now, and it just is what it is, right? I'm
That's
not
what
gonna hold
Kendrick
back.
just did.
Did he?
What?
Did he?
He said, this was supposed to be a friendly fade. Don't get personal. He told him, he said, y'all my real. I'll pray y'all my real friends. If not, it's why I am YMF or YMW Melly or whatever his name is. Do you know who that is?
Barely.
YMW Melly.
Barely.
He killed. He is a rapper, that is actually went through trial for killing his actual friends.
Which is wild, but okay.
Okay.
But a diss like okay, but a diss like okay, a diss track. Like to me, you can keep it off of wax, but even to even say in the diss that it's a friendly fade, I don't even like. Just dissing, man. Like, why are we putting all these disclaimers and apologies in this shit? Like, just diss somebody. If you're gonna diss them, just do it.
That's what
Like, why are we putting disclaimers? Okay, if you're gonna diss, just do it, right?
He
Do it
did.
and be done with it. Like, is Aubrey even gonna respond to this?
Probably.
I think he will.
Yeah.
There's an angle that after I heard it and then I read this later on that I saw and I was like, nah. So none other than Sexy Red says the word is she is in the studio working on a diss song for Kendrick Lamar. I'm gonna look right into this camera right here. Sexy,
Let's go.
Sexy.
Let's go.
No, Sexy. I'm gonna tell you
Let's
something.
go.
Let me tell you something, Sexy.
Let's go.
Leave that man alone.
Nah.
This ain't
Let's
this ain't
go.
what this Sexy. Listen to me. Listen to Unc right now, okay? Listen to me. You don't want this. This is it wasn't even a diss towards you.
Yes, you do.
You don't want this, Sexy.
Yes, you do.
We gonna play good cop, bad cop. I'm gonna be the good cop. You don't want this.
Yes, you do.
Let this ride. Don't Sexy. Don't do it.
Yes, you do.
Because if you do, you're going to get evaporated. I'm telling you that right now.
No, you're not.
Yes, you will. Because frankly, she's whack.
You have the power.
Okay. Hey,
Just
somebody
believe in
better go
yourself.
tell somebody better go tell Uncle Luke. You better go talk to her. You better go talk to her, Uncle Luke.
Why you
That ain't what-
you don't think thong all on my booty hole, girl?
Okay.
It's goes.
That ain't what you want, sexy. Sexy. That ain't what you want.
Hey, I'm proud of her. She's standing
She
right
said
up for
we
her
ain't
man.
scared.
She
Okay.
said, we ain't.
We
you
ain't
gonna say
scared.
something about Drake? We about to really
Okay.
get in.
Well, you
here.
know why she said something about Drake? Because he said, she trying to come at Kendrick. It's because he said, I believe when you said next to Sexy
Yeah.
Red, you believe you a bad bitch.
But that's not even that's not even a diss. He ain't even
That's what he
dissing
said.
her.
He said, you believe you see two bad bitches.
I see two bad bitches. That's not even this.
Why? That's
Okay,
so-
listen. Do it if you
Why?
want to, sexy.
Why?
But I'm gonna tell you something. That ain't what you want. That's not what you want.
Yes, it is.
He told me
You know
he
what
was
you-
corny. He said that you don't. Out of them, you the only one that want to be famous. Like money can't save you. You're lame.
Mhm.
And look. I've been telling people that
Facts.
for years. Been telling people that for years. Everybody always wants. He's like, why is he always chasing after the women and he's always doing all this extra stuff and everything? I said it's because he's a lame. What do you mean? You can't tell? You don't know. We all know that nigga that get real extra when the women come around and everything.
I told you what I've been
we
what
know that nigga.
what I've been saying. He's a pop artist that can rap, right? He cares about the fame, he cares about the money, he wants people to like him,
Yes.
right? Hip hoppers don't do that. MCs don't do that. They don't care about the fame and the money. He cares about all that because he's a pop
All
artist
of
that
that.
can rap. Period. And if he would just own that, I would respect it more if he just owned that. You're a pop artist and you can rap good.
Because it's not like
Okay.
it's not like you haven't made legendary music. You have. You've made legendary music.
But you're in your 30s, still out
But
here
you in
catering
your
to
thir-
titty
right,
boppers.
Right, bro. It's time to slow down. You have made absolutely, man. If you go from, you know what I'm saying, Young Money Drake when he have no beard, I think that was like some of the coldest times as far as him like rapping and everything. Like he was
Mhm.
really, on it back then. And then he got famous and everything. And he did what I feel like Wayne did. You know what I'm saying? Wayne went pop. Wayne went and got that money. So, and I feel like he taught Nicki and Drake to do the same thing. And Drake, you know what I'm saying? Once he learned his lane, like he had the girls in his feelings with the songs and everything. And then, you wondering why your girl got all these Drake quotes and everything. Then you turn on the album next thing it's a couple songs in there thrown in there for you and everything. Like Drake knew exactly what he was doing for real.
And I'm not mad at that, but
But you're right. He's not an MC. He's
own your lane.
He is a star, pop star that can rap.
What do I say about myself? I know my lane. I stay in it. Get in your lane, Drake. Own your lane and stay in that lane and get your bag. I'm not mad you get in the bag.
Get the bag, man. Get the bag.
You're not an MC.
You have, and you know what? You may not. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be the best of the best, but you know what? You have significantly gave homage to the game. You've given stuff to the game that nobody else did. So I mean, you always gonna be remembered. It's not like Drake is gonna fall. You could never
You're
ever
part of the big three for a reason.
You part of the big three for the reason. You will never ever be able to go through the eras of rap and not mention Drake. So
I was just going to ask that, like, because there are some people like. So when you talk about whether or not somebody is hip hop or not, one of my questions is always 50 years from now, if you told the story of hip hop, can you tell that story without insert person here and that story be complete? So 50 years from now, could you tell the story of hip hop, leave Drake out of it, and that story be complete?
There's a whole Drake era.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, man. And then
I'm not mad either way. Like I wouldn't be mad either way.
No.
Like if somebody said you can, cool. Somebody said you can't, cool. I'm so on the fence with Aubrey.
Here's the crazy thing, and I think if you not to we know how old you are and everything. We love you.
No, it's all
We
good.
love you. Not to clown on your age or anything.
all
You
good.
know what I'm saying? But if you had have
I'm
been,
not ashamed.
if you had have been there in the club, Aubrey made some club bangers.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you were in the club, had a drink in your hand, and one of these club bangers came on from Aubrey, it was man was shut down the club. Like, yo, I'm
Yeah.
for real.
When
So,
y'all was in the club, I was
Yeah, that's-
raising my kids.
right. So that's what,
You
you
know
know
what I
what
mean?
I'm saying? This is why this man is so, you know what I'm saying, so revered right now,
Yeah.
because like, yo, we grew up with him.
Right. And
Like,
that's how I
for
say
real,
that.
that's
That,
what it is.
that last thing was a diss towards y'all. I'm just saying that's what it was. Y'all was in the club listening to Drake. I was raising my kids. I was still on my 90s boom bap shit, and that, you know, it is what it is,
Yeah.
right? But like, they're just, again, I wouldn't be mad either way. There are some rappers you could definitely tell a story without, like, you can leave some rappers totally out of the story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, that would make it.
It was,
a dope
you know what?
episode. We need to do an episode of that.
Can you tell us? Yeah.
We need to do
Yeah.
a whole.
Can you
2
tell the
hours.
story of hip hop without
It's-
this rap?
I'm trying to think of who.
Like
who
the
in
closest
my
thing
head.
I can think, the closest thing I can compare it to was you guys talking about Drake and in the club. To me, is probably like, you would think the obvious answer would be somebody like Jay-Z, but really, DMX. When I was, DMX had some songs that, like, even though there was some like hard DMX with some of them Swiss Beats songs, some beats that Swiss
All
did,
DMX was turned. So.
yeah, man. You be in the club. DMX was like, yeah, you was coming, you was getting on that floor if DMX came on. Like, so, you know, y'all gonna make, you know, y'all gonna make that. Yeah, and that song came on.
Woo!
You was out. You was out there.
Oh,
You would dance with anybody.
Mama.
Up there.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the kind. I guess that's for my era. That would be what I would compare it to. Would be that DMX, that run DMX,
Rough Riders anthem.
Rough Riders. Yeah. Oh,
See, I was nowhere near the club when that
Listen,
happened.
I wasn't either, but
no, but can you imagine? Oh
when
my
that
god!
when that song came out, I was living in Detroit, and I was working at a little mom and pop factory called Rivard Plating. They like did chrome plating for like car parts, and I was working the day shift 7 to 3, and we would always listen to WJLB, radio station that we on all day, and no lie, every day at around 2:45, 2:50, they would play Rough Riders anthem, and we knew then. That's when we knew it was time to get about time to go home, and we'd all be every nigga, what, and like we the whole. Cause we knew that song come on, it's time to go home. We out of here. It's time to get out of here, man. Shift's over. Every day,
that'd be my favorite song too. I ain't gonna
Yes.
cap.
They played that song every day, almost like clockwork. 2:45, 2:50. That song came on, and we was all hyped. Everybody was hyped. You around these hot tanks with chrome plating chemicals in them, you still getting crunk at. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That was us. That song got it cranking. Like that song, y'all kind of came in on that crunk era too, like that era of crunk music with like
Oh yeah, see,
Bone Crusher and
we
Lil
was in,
Jon
we was in
and-
the mini clubs.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
we was back in
Facts.
the
School
whole-
dances.
No, you remember them hole in the wall clubs and everything?
Mhm.
Cotton Club, the tunnel on Harvard. Yeah, you all that. Yeah, that's where we was at.
Yeah.
House parties.
House parties.
That
yeah.
crunk era, you know, like Bone Crusher and rappers like that. So
Attention, bro. The
Man.
fact that you cannot write the book of hip hop or rap without Lil Jon is hilarious.
Hey, yeah.
yeah,
It's hilarious.
You don't give a damn. We don't give a fuck.
yeah. Him, I mean, could you though?
No, you can't. No.
Crunk era.
Crunk era? Absolutely.
Yeah. No,
Absolutely.
because the South really for a long, the South had it locked for a minute. Like New York was second to the South. The South had it locked for a good minute.
You want to know another dime that you'll never be able to write the story of hip hop without?
See who I think you won't say.
Big Soldier.
Eh.
You can't. You can't. The man was the first artist to introduce
like Tim.
social media.
Tell me what's really going
I'm
on.
like Tim, like
Jake was me.
so you could
Drake.
you could give him. I feel like you could give Soldier Boy
You give him a footnote,
a courtesy
but
footnote.
he's still in there.
So
But if you left him totally out, like the story wouldn't be any. It wouldn't be complete.
no,
wouldn't be
it
totally
would because digital is a thing,
out. Yeah.
and it's really because of him.
He did start with the YouTube thing. He did start there with YouTube. Yeah, he did. Okay. You give him a page. Give him one page in the book. Give him one page. He don't get a whole chapter. Give him one page. He get one page.
Soldier, yeah.
He get one page.
He would get like a You do a chapter of like revolutionaries. Or matter of fact, he'd be in the
you gotta give him his props for that.
he would be in the beginning as they're talking about how we going into the history. You got revolutionary people such as Soldier Boy,
Yeah,
who put the internet on craze.
Give him one. Give him one page. But what I
got a sentence.
What I said last time, no, you could praise him. You could praise him, and you could blame him too, because he allowed a lot of whack rappers to get out here on YouTube.
I mean, you know, Kev, I saw where we was. I told y'all. I told this story all the time. I saw where we were headed, because at one point, you know, New York was lyricist. It was lyricism. It was hard. It was gritty. It was grimy. And the next thing you know, we in the trap, and you know, it's gritty, but it's not as lyrical. You know what I'm saying? It's not as lyrical. So it was still cool. And then all of a sudden, doom 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 doom. I'm like, what in the world? Next thing you know, we in the club, we pop locking and dropping it, and
hey girl,
right, yep. And all that other stuff. And all of a sudden, the lyrics were gone. It was just like, here's a hot beat and a dance to go to this hot beat.
Girl, shake that Laffy Taffy.
Shake that Laffy Taffy.
Laffy Taffy, girl.
Now that's something you can blame on the South.
Do you understand? We shook Laffy Taffy for like the better part of 3 years. Yep. Like it was just consistent song and dance after song and dance after song and dance. And at some point I was just like, okay, are we ever gonna switch back to lyric? No, we still partying. We still in the club. Yeah.
Yep.
So what about the drill, Chief Keef?
You know what?
At that point, I gave up.
I don't even. Yeah.
At that point, I gave up.
I never listened to no drill rap.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And drill rap is the worst thing
I never listened
that has ever happened to rap, and it's so sad. And here's the crazy. This is the sad thing about it is that these kids are actually out here living this stuff. Like it's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna lie that all of our rappers of our generation are thugs and everything, because no, they're not.
Right.
But these kids, like, what they are going through and what they're doing.
Like some of y'all out here, we know you ain't
wilding like, out here. Like
Officer Ricky, we know you ain't.
Melly.
Officer Ricky, we know you ain't. Officer Ricky ain't out here doing that stuff. Like he ain't out here moving with the Colombians. We know that. We know Officer Ricky ain't doing that. Some of these kids in Chicago, they really doing it,
bro. I and here, that's why I think Von was so different, because it's never. I'm gonna say something it sounds bad. I don't want to glorify, because I don't like glorifying, you know, street stuff, because I'm not that. I don't like that. I'm not that dude. But the rapper is usually always like the money man or the drug dealer or something. Von was the shooter. Von was the assassin that people sent to you when there was a problem. And so the fact that he's done that, he got away with it, and then started rhyming about it, I was just like,
yeah, dude,
wait a minute. This right here is dark. Like, what do you mean you sneaking up on people, shoot to the head, bop, wait, are you confessing murders?
I'm gonna on
vinyl right now?
I'm gonna tell you something. Listen, y'all rappers, y'all young dudes out there, y'all better pay attention to this Young Thug trial. You better pay attention. They gonna listen to me. Law enforcement, they gonna start you when y'all come out here and y'all get into whatever you get into, and you get popped. They're gonna go to your lyrics. They're gonna use your lyrics against you. So I'm just saying, you want to keep it real and all that. Okay, cool. If you get caught up, them lyrics, they're gonna go back and find all your songs. They're gonna listen to all your songs, and they're gonna use them lyrics against you. And your own lyrics is gonna get you put in jail. I'm just telling you right now. Y'all better pay attention to this Young Thug trial. They're trying to use that man's lyrics against him. And part of me is like, yeah, oh well. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because listen, that might be part of your life, but once you get to a certain, you know what I'm saying, status, That's not your whole life.
You think you'd be
man.
done with it?
That's not your whole life, right? You could. I'm like you, Phil. I'm like, I don't want to glorify that stuff either, man. I get it. Listen, I grew up on NWA. I was just listening to NWA earlier today, right? Like, so I get it. To an extent, I get it. But at some point, you gotta be like, all right, man. Remember we had the conversation last week, and I was talking about my generation, like what we was out here saying to the youth and saying to the babies. It's like, at some point, man, come on now. Like you gotta give me something else, right? I feel like you have, as an artist, you have a responsibility to be like, listen, this is what, even if, again, we was the King Von, that you talking about King Von? Yeah, this is what I did, but you don't have to do this, right? I think you have a responsibility to say that because they already got too many black people, black men in jail already, right? It's already too many of us in there already, right? So I feel like part of me feel like they're adding to it, right? Or they're helping it because these kids will see these rappers and be like, yo, that's cool, that's dope. They listen to the rappers before they listen to their parents or their teachers, or if they go to church, their pastors or whatever. And I just feel like I yearn for the days when, again, old head get ready to come out, but I yearn for the days when rappers talked about things like black empowerment and knowledge of self and, you know, self-love and loving your brother, not killing your brother, and safe sex and all that kind of stuff, right? And that was like, it was prevalent. Like it was nothing for a rapper to talk about that. And now it's the opposite is true. Everything that goes against all that is what's being talked about now. And it's like, all right, man, how are we ever gonna get ahead? But it's such a complicated topic, right? Because then it's like, well, do we really want to put that burden on the rappers? Because you got to start with the environment. Change the environment, and maybe the lyrics will change, right? But if the environment is just murder, kill, death, drugs, this, that, and the other, then that's what they're gonna rap about because that's what they see. So the real job for us, I think, as a community is change the environment first, and then maybe the lyrics change. I don't want to get too deep on that, but you were talking about the drill. We talking about drill because I've never listened to drill rap. Never. No lucky. Chief Keef. I know some of Chief Keef and King Von and what's the other dude from Chicago? Lil Durk. Yeah. So
Kanye, no, I'm just joking.
Kanye be on that MAGA stuff.
Hey, Kanye at one point swore he was GD for real.
I mean, yeah, and it's just like, come
on. What's like, wait,
no, not you. I don't know, man. I this whole going back to the original point was this whole thing with Kendrick and Drake and J. Cole and Sexy Red. If you want to jump in it, I again say
yes.
I'd advise you not to.
Yes,
I would really advise you not to.
Shout out to these female rappers out here right now. One time.
Yeah,
I DJ'd a show, an event last night, and the amount of requests I got for Sexy Red.
You be on the ones and twos?
Glorilla.
You be on the ones and twos?
Yeah.
Okay.
Glorilla.
Yeah. See, I'm not.
JT, the City Girls.
I'm not.
Sorry.
I'm not listening to that. Sorry.
Now see that's club music, and I'll tell you why that's club music because
and there's the issue right there, like because it's almost like there's a double standard for females in hip hop, right? Because I know me personally, I'm like, I don't want to. Well, I guess as I get older, I don't want to hear a lot of that stuff. Like I don't want to hear how hot your pussy is and how fat your ass. Because
for real,
I don't care.
Let's be, and I'll be honest. I'm always perfectly honest. I'm just like, dude, to the dudes that, you know what I'm saying, that say, now, if you don't want to hear it, that's fine. I get the dudes that come on here and start protesting and, oh my God, I've never heard such raunchy. So I'm like, dude, come on, man. We grew up with Lil' Kim. What are you talking about? We grew up with Lil' Kim, Foxy Brown, Trina, all that.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
We were 13,
Daddy,
13 years old talking about,
absolutely.
Slob on my knob. Everybody knows the lyrics to Slob on my knob. Come
I
on,
do not
now.
know the lyrics for Slob on my knob. I'm sorry.
I caught on the cop. Check in with me and do your job.
You know what I'm saying?
Who is saying that?
That's what's that, 3-6?
3-6 Project Pat.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I don't
See,
know. No, sorry. That's one I don't know.
Really? Yeah. See,
I don't know that
entirely too. That song came
Mhm.
out like what, 90, I want to say 98, 99 or something like
I do
that.
not know that.
We were like, we weren't even teenagers yet, but we reciting the lines
Yeah.
that long. So for you to come on here and talk about, now, I understand where you going with that, because as I got older, I didn't want to hear it either.
wanna
For
hear
real,
that
for
shit
real.
older.
I was just like, okay, that's
That's what
cool
happened to
and
Tim
everything.
too. As you get older, you're gonna be like, nah, you know what? I ain't really. Even sometimes, man, when NWA come on, I'm like, nah, I'm
Nah,
cool.
I don't
Just
wanna hear that.
skip it. I don't want to hear that.
I don't want to hear that right now.
I don't want to hear that right now. I think as you get older, you mature, and you're like, nah. And it was dope back then, and it's still kind of dope now. But I got to be in a mood to hear it.
Right, and I just let them. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's not our music, Kev. It's not our. That's the kids' music, and it's like, all right, you got your turn to be ratchet. We had our turn. I guess it's
We
your
sure
turn
did.
now. You know what I'm saying?
We sure did. We had our ratchet
We
period.
had our ratchet period.
You know, I'm from the Freaknik area. I never went to Freaknik, but I'm from the Freaknik area. You know what I'm saying? So we the last ones that could be talking about.
Last ones to be talking about anything.
We the last ones that could be talking about raunchy anything, because we came up in the Freaknik era. And have you watched that doc? I haven't watched the documentary
Yes,
yet.
I have.
Have you? I gotta
was
go
just
watch it.
Oh,
I gotta watch it. Yeah,
y'all were wilding back then.
telling you, man.
Wilding.
What Kim say? We want a cheap trick? Better go down to Freaknik. Freaknik was okay. All right, man. Look, we're gonna take a break. We'll come back. We'll do a little post-draft talk. Browns released a rendering of their new stadium. Okay. That thing's going on in Brook Park. It is.
The Brook Park Browns.
Brook Park Browns. So we got some things to talk about, man. We'll come back. Kevin Hanley, Phil Rucker, Tim on the board. It's Real Spill here on Redline Radio. The call, 216-259-2062 is the number to call. We'll be back. All right, welcome back to the show. Kevin Hanley, Phil Rucker, Tim on the boards. So, number one, you like my jersey? You like this?
What is
little
that?
Brian Dawkins, little salute to service.
Oh, the
you
salute
like?
to service jersey.
Hey, listen, man.
Right.
I got the jersey hookup, man. So this jersey would normally cost 150, something like that.
Right.
It's a website out there called dhgate.com. I got 2 jerseys. I'm waiting on the Jose Ramirez. I got a Jose Ramirez coming. I ordered this and a Jose Ramirez. The gray joint. Not the white ones. I got the gray joint, the road joints coming.
Oh, okay.
$51. Shipping included.
For both?
Yes.
Oh, son, what's the name of that again?
dhgate.com.
DHG.
Are they knockoff jerseys? You're damn right they knockoff jerseys. You damn right. But 2 jerseys for about $50. Yep. They come from China. So be careful, I use a backup card. I don't use the main bank account card. I use the backup card. I ain't using the main joint. But I think I paid like $52 for these 2 jerseys. This is Brian Dawkins. It's a Brian Dawkins salute to service. And I got a gray the road Jose Ramirez coming. And it take them a little while to get there. Because I first heard about the thing with my wife. Because my youngest daughter, I love her to death, man. She wanted a Darius Slay jersey because his last name is Slay, Slay.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, I was pissed at Darius Slay. Like Darius Slay and James Bradbury and the whole Eagles secondary was pissing me off. And I'm like, damn it. Like, I don't want to buy this man's jersey because I'm pissed at him right now. I got a jersey and I ain't even wearing it. But she wanted, so we got it. My wife, because telling you, man, you women, my wife will find a bargain in a second, bro. She'll find a bargain quick. So she went to this dhgate.com. Jersey came through. It's a stitch. This ain't that's stitched. So I was like, all right, let me try that. I think the first one I got the Kelsey, and I got a white Jalen Hurts. And yeah, I paid like the same about $50-something for 2 jerseys. I'm telling you, man, you can get Major League Baseball, NFL, NHL. Oh yeah, the Blue Jackets is coming. I'm getting Blue Jackets one.
With who?
Probably Adam Fantilli.
Okay.
I gotta get that New Jersey Devils one too. I need the New Jersey Devils. That was the first team. Like when I first got into hockey, the New Jersey Devils were the team that I really rocked with because we didn't have back then we didn't have. There was no Columbus Blue Jackets. They didn't exist. This is probably like 8 years before the Blue Jackets even came into existence. So I'm just telling you, man, dhgate.com. Like, y'all welcome. You guys are all welcome.
Thank you.
Again, are they knockoffs? Yep. Damn sure right. They are knockoffs. but if you
damn sure right.
If you think I'm paying $300 for 2 jerseys, you out your mind. I can't do it, son. I got bills. So I'll take these knockoff jerseys for $50 and won't nobody, well, now y'all know, but won't nobody else know the difference.
It don't matter if they know.
Hey, listen, I don't care if they know. Listen, go to honestly, go to a game. Go to any football game. See how many jerseys that you walking people, they knockoffs.
People got on shirts that just say the team name.
Yeah, right.
It don't even say the team, it say Cleveland.
Cleveland football. You know what I'm saying? Cleveland football, Cleveland baseball.
Them shirts that get sold at the grocery store.
Oh, wait, hold on. Stop.
Five Below.
I gotta totally switch gears here. I just had something come across my phone. I didn't even know this happened. Said ESPN said the Dallas police will not pursue sexual assault charges against Dak Prescott. Dak, what you doing out there? Who accusing Dak? Okay. Somebody accused Dak of sexual assault?
I didn't even. Where was that? I didn't remember that.
I never knew that either.
It said 2017.
Oh,
okay. That's
Alleged 2017.
Okay. All right. Damn. Boy, this is what I'll tell you, man. This is why people think they want to be famous, and then you might not. You probably don't want to be famous. You may not want to be famous.
Please do not dig up any of my skeletons.
I mean,
or my past.
I promise you, man. Look, if I was running for president, my first press conference, everything I ever did bad in my entire life, I'd say it right then and there. Everything. I put it all out on the table. All my bones in my closet, they all coming out in that very first press conference. That way you can't circle back around, a month for the election, but like, oh yeah, he did this. Nope. Everything I ever did bad my entire life, is coming out in that first press conference. I don't know why. I honestly don't know why more politicians don't do that. Whatever you did, like
because we have this false sense of craziness that we think our politicians should be perfect and or shouldn't do, oh my God, can you imagine if you had a politician that actually admitted to doing drugs or something like that? Like,
I mean, Marion Barry did. Y'all don't remember that, do you?
No.
So Marion Barry was the mayor of Washington, D.C. This is probably 1990, 91, something like that.
Yeah, okay.
I remember somebody talking about it in the comedy set.
They got Marion Barry, I believe, on camera doing crack cocaine in a motel room with a prostitute. The mayor of DC.
Facts.
Marion Barry. So, I mean, it happens. These guys aren't perfect. They're not infallible. I would just put everything out there. I'd be like, look, you know what? I did this.
I smoke crack.
I mean, look, why?
One rock, two rock.
I'm gonna tell you something you know about me, Joe Rogan. I smoke rocks. Like what? Like why not? Like put it all out there, man.
We can get high for hours.
I mean, listen, son. That way, everything is out there, right? Then you can be like, okay, I did this. I slept with her. I did this, that, the other thing. Okay, now all that is out there. Now let's talk about the issues.
Red balls, baby. It'll get you high.
That show was so great. That was such a great show. Need to bring that back.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, no, not this. No.
No.
Yeah, it's a different time.
Mm-mm.
There's some things you couldn't say.
Because I know him and I know how petty he is. The very first skit is gonna be about transsexual people.
You already know. The
very first skit.
You already know. You already know how the HBO gonna do it, man.
Gonna have Vin Rames.
It's wild. All right, so
Oh god.
So we had and I don't know if it's true. Tim, you got that picture. So I just want to. So the Browns. There's a leaked photo of the Browns' new stadium out in Brook Park. Can we throw that up on the screen? It's not the best picture, and it kind of mimics U.S. Bank Stadium in Minnesota. That's first of all, I'm still stuck on the fact that they're actually 176 acres in Brook Park.
Hello.
Like, wait a minute.
I was like, where?
There are 176 acres in Brook Park. I was more stunned by that anywhere else.
Being used right now. They're about to knock somebody's house down. They knocking somebody's house down.
They got to.
They knocking somebody's house down.
I do know of some people that they got moved out.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's Cleveland Clinic, basically.
Oh well, there you go.
Yeah.
The same thing they did at the Hall of Fame. Because remember we went to that game in the Hall of Fame.
All them houses.
So yeah, we go down
there.
I remember. God, here we go, man. Old man talk. I remember like back.
I remember
back in my day.
Because I would go to the Hall of Fame game every year, right? And you would go to back then it was Foster Stadium. You would go to Foster Stadium and you go into the neighborhoods behind it where McKinley High School is. And if you lived back there on the day of the Hall of Fame game, you was making a killing. You was out there. And you had a nice size yard. Oh man, it was on the popper. You was making money because you would just charge people $20, $10-$20 to park, and they could park right in your front yard or your driveway. Or some people let people park at their front and backyards if you had it like that. And then the NFL came through and was like, "Nah, we're gonna revamp this whole stadium, and we're gonna build hotels and shopping plazas, and we're gonna give y'all money.
Y'all gonna pay us for parking."
I mean,
that's right.
It actually.
Who do you think you are, making some money down here?
It was making. If you lived in, you was making money. Because remember we went to that game and we parked in that person's yard. Yeah, you was making money. And then the NFL came through, was like, oh, okay, time for y'all to go. And they paid people. And listen, I can't say I'll take the money. Yeah, I'll take the money and move out. You know, and now it actually does look really nice on there. I've been in the it looks nice on there. It looks nice. But I'm just like, wait a minute. There's 176 acres of land in Brook Park.
Yeah,
which is not far from here, actually.
They cleared 176
acres. Where exactly in Brook Park? It's got to be by the plants.
Absolutely.
Plants. It's got to be over there.
Because I can't think of anywhere, especially in Brook Park. I can't think anywhere else besides by the.
I mean, y'all could probably knock down about 35 of them porn stores on Brook Park Road, and you'd be good to go. But out there in Brook Park is damn near. I don't want to say perfect, but you think about it though. If you're gonna build a stadium somewhere, Brook Park you got all the plants out there that you got room. You got the plants out there. You right there at the airport.
Yeah.
So you want to have hotels because they're gonna have hotels and things like that. You're right there.
Well, then
everything's right there.
And then you got, I think they said that all 3 major highways connecting Brook Park. So they were like, okay. I still wanted it down by the lake though. I don't care.
Somebody was like, we're gonna, I saw online, we're gonna put it out in Brook Park and forget about all the history. What history? History of what? What history? What history are we talking about down there?
Kev, don't be mean now.
I'm just saying. I know, you know what? I agree with Phil. Get rid of that damn airport down there.
Yeah.
If you're gonna put it on the lake,
that was my feeling. I was
get rid of the airport.
There's all your land, all the parking. They
don't use
down there.
They don't use Brook like that.
And the airport. Get rid of all of that. And there's your shopping plazas. There's your hotels. There's your restaurants. There's your stadium.
They don't use Brook like that. They do not use Brook like that. I refuse to believe that they are getting a return on their investment from Berkeley Airport. I guarantee you. Well, I'm not gonna guarantee it, but I'll be willing to bet that the amount of money it takes to operate Burke Lakefront Airport does not match what that airport actually brings into the city.
I bet you they get like what 8 flights a day.
You really only get people who've got like private planes that come in there.
That's
you ain't getting no commercial airliners coming into
not.
that airport. Number one, it ain't big enough to be having planes in the lake. It ain't big enough for a commercial airliner.
And then second of all, we have a second private airport. We have 2 private airports. Like we some big city and so like everybody want to come to Cleveland or something. Why do we have 2 private airports?
I mean, it don't make sense. So if you're gonna do it, get rid of the airport and put it down there on the lake. Again, that was just a rendering. That renderings change and all that kind of stuff. But this is the cost of doing business with pro sports, right? If you want a team in your city, like, because I think this stadium now they're up to like a $7 billion price tag. Like it started at 4, and I think it went up to like 6, and now last I heard it was like they're talking about $7 billion. Listen, Jerry Jones and Dallas Cowboys, for whatever you say about them, they set the initial bar with AT&T Stadium, because that stadium cost $1 billion to build, and even that stadium is creeping to the point where it might start to be outdated and need renovations or whatever. But they did a study that's going to cost $1 billion to renovate First Energy Stadium or Cleveland Brown Stadium, whatever you want to call it. There's no, for what? If I'm Jimmy Haslam, why the hell would I pay $1 billion to renovate that stadium?
I'm not renovating that
stadium.
I'm
not renovating nothing.
I'm not renovating that stadium. The stadium looks like a toilet bowl. We don't need any more toilet bowl stadiums.
And people talking about they're gonna put a roof on it. But all the renderings that I saw with a roof on Cleveland Brown Stadium still had the big ass open ends. Like they didn't even close off. So you're gonna have a roof, but you still got those big gaping holes on the corners where wind and everything just coming into the stadium. No. And think about this. Phil, people talk about, well, we need a home field advantage. We got the elements. Think about the teams that the Browns play. Baltimore, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh. Think about the teams in the AFC that are competing with the Browns for the Super Bowl. Baltimore, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Kansas City, Buffalo. They don't. They all play in cold weather cities.
Ain't nobody track starting out here from Miami to San Diego. No.
Like maybe the Chargers might come up. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? But the team that you really competing with, they already play in cold weather. That's not going to affect them. You think Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills is going to care about coming to Cleveland? They don't care about that. Neither do the Chiefs. The Steelers came in and beat the Browns' ass on a regular basis. Them teams, the teams that you're competing with, don't care. They don't care. The elements don't. You got 5 teams in the AFC that you are really competing with for a Super Bowl. 5. 3 are in your division, and they're all cold weather cities. Right? So like they don't care. There's no advantage to having an open roof stadium here. There's none. 0. So put it out in Brook Park, and like we said last week, make an honest woman out of the city and put a roof on it.
Put a roof on it.
So I don't know. I saw the rendering and I was like, okay, well that's all right. It's okay. It's not bad. It doesn't look better than Chicago's. To be honest with you, it doesn't look better than Chicago's. It doesn't. I mean,
but it looks good.
It looks all right.
Good.
It's all right.
Good.
For it to be in Brook Park is definitely weird. Like, I get it. They practice facility is over there. It's in Berea.
Yeah, that's pretty close. Yeah.
So it's right there. Like they're literally right there.
I know, but like I feel like teams, like for the longest time, the Detroit Lions played in Pontiac, Michigan, in the Silverdome, and Pontiac is like almost an hour from Detroit.
Right.
You know, and so did the Pistons, the Cavs too.
Cavs, Richfield.
The Cavs played the Pistons played in Auburn Hills. I've been to that stadium. That was a nice stadium. Because Auburn Hills is swanky. So, like teams that don't play like I don't call. To me, they're the New Jersey Giants and New Jersey Jets. They don't play in New York. They play in New Jersey. They play in an entirely different state and call themselves New York. No, you are the New Jersey Giant. You don't play in New York. You play in New Jersey. Teams that don't play, I feel like teams should play within their city limits if they can. Brook Park is close enough.
They play in Newark.
They play in East Rutherford, New Jersey. So you can, they're the New Jersey Giants. They have forever. The New York Giants and New York Jets have never. Well, I won't say never. I think way back in like the 60s, in the 50s they played in New York, but then they moved out to the Meadowlands in New Jersey, and that was like in the early 70s, I think. Whenever that stadium opened. And so they play in New Jersey. You're not the New York Giants. You're the New Jersey Giants. That's what I call them. They're the New Jersey Giants. That's where they play. They play in New Jersey. I feel like teams should play in their cities. Like imagine the Eagles playing, in the middle of, it's like it doesn't make any sense. Like, play in your city. Now, the question is, will any of that revenue come to the city of Cleveland? No, it's going to go to Brook Park. Sorry. But fans, you're going to have to help pay for this stadium, okay? Jimmy Haslam cannot foot a $7 billion bill for a stadium. I'm sorry. You think that if you're out here asking why the fans have to pay for it, because this is the cost of doing business. You want a team or not?
Good. Raise the taxes in Brook Park. I mean, it ain't gonna be in Cleveland.
Oh, they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to pay for it somehow.
No, we're not paying for it. It's in Brook Park.
I guarantee you a tax hike is coming.
Y'all got $7 billion. Why we got to pay for it? And the stadium ain't even in Cleveland.
I guarantee a tax hike. A tax hike is coming. That you can book that. Because they had to come up with $7 billion.
You know what you could do with $7 billion in this city?
A whole lot. You start with the east side. Start with EC. You can do that. But sports are a big part of the community. They're a part of the fabric, and so are the Browns, and so you can keep the team because listen, nobody wants them to move again. I'll never forget when they moved. I was like, wait a minute, the Browns are moving. I remember because I was 19 when they moved. I was 19 years old when the Browns moved. I remember thinking, well, if the Browns can move, anybody can move. The Browns can move. The only team that can't move is the Green Bay Packers.
Nah.
They're the only team that can't move because they're basically owned by the fans.
Don't say what the fans are gonna vote for them to move.
Yeah, they're the only team that can't move. Every other team can move. Hell, the Raiders moved. I don't know how many times. I don't even know. Like, if the Eagles moved, I'm like, would I still be an Eagles fan? I guess it depends on where they move to. Right? Like, do like to Connecticut somewhere, the Hartford Eagles or something like that. Yeah, it don't sound right.
That sounds terrible.
Or Virginia, but then the Commanders wouldn't want that because they're probably already too close. The Eagles and the Commanders are already too close in that area. Speaking of the Browns, so I saw something that was kind of I guess kind of brought some things full circle for me. So they drafted Mike Hall, the lineman from Ohio State, second round. So I remember when me and Phil and the homies Eli, Reggie, whatever, Edge, when we first started doing our last show, it's called the Quad Brothers Sports Show. We were covering high school sports, and we put out, was it maybe our second top 25 list? And I remember because every time it never failed. Every time we put these top 25 lists out, you get people in the inbox, parents, friends. How come you ain't put Lil Junebug on list? How come you ain't put this? How come you ain't put? You know what I'm saying? It never failed. Every time.
Not Lil Junebug.
And I remember somebody we put out. It might have been our second top 25, and somebody got at us and was like, "But they didn't even go. They didn't even go to the DM. They went straight to the Twitter posting. How y'all gonna leave out Mike Hall? He did because he was playing at Streetsboro. Honestly, we wasn't checking for Streetsboro back then. We was not checking for Streetsboro. We was right. We was looking at we was Euclid and Heights and Shaw and those school, Glenville, those school. We was not checking for Streetsboro, and so we totally missed Mike Hall. And he was really good. Mike Hall was good. We didn't know. We weren't looking for Streetsboro like that, but he got drafted. It's good to see Andrew Berry and the Browns finally start getting guys from Columbus. I mean, it took y'all long enough. I think Andrew Berry's the one who's like, nah, listen, we got guys right down the road that are good. Like, why are we not taking these guys? So you got Mike Hall, Streetsboro kid. I don't know if I would want to actually be here.
Really? Oh, absolutely. It's not a team. It's not a team.
Would you?
I would rather play for.
Think about it though. I think it's part of you playing for the team that you in the city where you live. Think how much extra, not pressure, but extra distraction that's going to be for you.
Yeah,
because you're gonna have all your fans. Hey, Phil, let me get tickets to the game, Phil.
Let me get $1.
Yeah, Phil. Hey, Phil, man, my car broke down, man. I needed it. It's probably the reason why. It's probably the reason why Kevin Durant didn't go to the Wizards when he was a free agent, because he's from DC. I wouldn't want to play in the city that I grew. Well, I mean, you're gonna play whoever drafts you, but you probably prefer to not play in the city you grew up in.
I don't know. That's tough because it's like that's the team that you grew up with, right? So that's definitely gonna be the team you like when you growing up and you hooping or whatever. You thinking about playing for your favorite team, and if your home team is your favorite team, and you think about you're gonna be the man in your city. Yeah. People gonna ask you for tickets. That's gonna come with it. People know you got money, so they're gonna ask you for money. They're gonna ask you that if they know you anyway. They're gonna call you, hey, cuz. It's gonna happen. Yeah, you can avoid it less if you out and somebody coming to the city that you play in. Hey, can I get some tickets? That's probably gonna be definitely easier because you're only giving out tickets to a few people that's coming to see you for sure. However, you're gonna be the man in your city.
Would you want to be famous, Tim? Would you want to be famous?
So I mean, with me being in the entertainment world, I know it comes with it. I guess if I get there,
right.
not if, but when.
Facts.
Say
Facts.
It,
There
say
you
it
go.
like that.
There you go.
It's definitely tough because I've had moments where I just fresh got off the stage and like did a great job. People, showing me love, and I got overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
And like to always have an eye on you already.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not necessarily something that I want, but I'm okay with it. I enjoy it. I rather have the fortune than the fame, but the fame is nice too.
Yeah,
because I mean, people gonna treat you better because you're a person of status. I hate to say it, but that's just how people are.
Oh yeah.
You gonna get more opportunities because you're a known person. So yeah, I definitely take it. But I mean, if I could just get the fortune,
I mean, that's it. What about you, Phil?
It feels good to have the love. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh no, that's a good one.
No, right? Like
that's a good one because I've always, under the guise of doing sports and everything, I've always wondered what it would be like to be a major league ball player, athlete, whatever. That's a lot of pressure because I'm a regular person. I'm like, look, I fall under the guise of Kyrie. Like, yo, if I'm in the mood and I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like it. Like, don't come asking me stupid questions. Ask me why did it? I'm like Charles, man. Sometimes I really feel like Charles. Like, hey, look, I'm not a role model. I'm just a ball player. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you want to have a role model, your role model should be your parents or something, not me. You don't know me. You have no idea who I am.
But yeah, I know.
So I can't be cookie cutter all the time and everything. I think I might do something to piss some sponsors off at some point one time for real.
I'll say this. I always remember, and I've used this example, this story before, but I remember Shaq was telling a story about how he was out at a restaurant. This is with his first wife. He was out at a restaurant and they were eating dinner, and a lady came up to him and asked for his autograph. And he was like, well, I'm eating dinner with my wife right now, but if you don't mind waiting, when I'm done, I'll gladly sign it for you. And the lady just went off. Well, we made you Shaquille O'Neal. You don't this, that, and that. It's like, damn, like y'all don't own these dudes.
And Shaq is nice as hell. I
mean,
Shaq.
He
made me feel normal size. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
I mean, he go to a dealership and buy cars for people just off rip. Like Shaq is that dude. Like, you don't own these dudes. These dudes don't owe you nothing. These guys don't owe you anything, especially athletes. The only thing an athlete owes me is when you get on that field, man, give me 100%. As a fan, I want to see you give me 100%. Other than that, you don't owe these people no autographs, no appearance. They don't owe you nothing. Y'all, a lot of people think that because you buy tickets, you own the player. No, you don't. Because you didn't help them get there. I guarantee you didn't help them get there. So they don't owe you anything but effort on the field. And so many people forget that, especially here in this city. Like,
oh, please don't do that.
Listen,
let's not bring that up.
Listen, this city still doesn't appreciate two of the greatest athletes to play in their respective sports ever. Jim Brown and LeBron James. I believe this city does not appreciate either one of them the way they should. I know he's still playing. Why doesn't LeBron have a statue in front of Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse already? Like, what are we waiting on? Are we seriously going to wait till the man retires to give him a statue? Yep. Why? For what? He's the greatest Cavalier to ever play.
It's Dan Gilbert, and he'll be lucky if he gets a statue.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Be lucky if you get a statue.
No, Dad, that man needs a statue. No, Dad, that man needs a statue, Dad.
This is my.
I thought you called him Dad.
No, he needs a statue. LeBron needs a statue. Why don't we appreciate LeBron like we? is it just that easy to hate on him? Like
Remember how they treated him after he left the first time?
well,
They burned his jersey.
I can almost that I can understand only because of the way he did it. Right? Had he left Cleveland the way he left Miami, it'd have been some stuff.
He left Miami worse.
No, he left Miami much better because I think he learned from leaving Cleveland. He left Miami much I guess publicly, because I remember I was sitting there when the decision came about. Because first of all, wait a minute, didn't nobody go to LeBron like, look, bro, you may not want to do this. Not on, you know what I'm saying? Not like this. You may not want to. This not the Cleveland.
It was money. It was money.
It was
Okay.
And you know his team.
It was money.
His team is, his team was his dudes.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
they were young back then. They were so young back then.
Oh yeah,
It
facts.
was money. It was all money.
Because he was, that was 2010, so he was
Yeah.
a 28. He's like
Yeah,
28.
They
So
would have
yeah.
never in a million years would 42-year-old LeBron do something
No,
stupid
no.
like that.
But again, you learn from your mistakes. But I remember thinking, there's no way.
And this is gonna turn out good.
There's no. I was thinking, there's no way this kid's gonna go on national TV and kick us in the balls like that. There's no way.
And he did.
And he did. And I think that's what a lot of people were thinking. That there's no, as we've loved this kid from day one. There's no way he's gonna go on national TV and do us like that. And then he did it.
And he did it.
And that's what made it so bad.
And I forgave him.
Me too.
I forgave him right away. I
And
mean,
then-
because
I
you
didn't.
gonna
And
choose.
then I joined the dark side.
I didn't. I remember because when he came back to Cleveland
We
as a
were
member of the
We
Heat,
were at K&R.
we were at KNR, and I was at the Hard Rock.
Yes, you were.
Oh yeah, you were there. Yeah,
Oh,
were
yes,
there.
I
Yeah.
was, because I had my LeBron James
Yeah.
Miami his shirt on.
Okay. I was not doing that. There's another dude that had a LeBron James jersey on too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was a bad time.
That was.
And speaking of that, Tim, this is what Tim said when you talk about people treating you different. I don't know if you ever experienced this still, but when we would be out at KNR doing remotes, you would get, and we were just interns, and if you had that WKNR on your shirt, people treated you like you were, I'm not gonna say royalty, but I remember me and Garrett Bush did a remote out in Solon. It was just me and Garrett did a remote out in Solon, and we were like celebrities out there because we were WKNR.
Yep.
It was crazy. It is crazy the way some people would treat you just from something like that. But yeah, no, when LeBron, if he would have left Miami the way he left, left Cleveland the way he left Miami, it wouldn't even nowhere near as bad as it was here. But I got to the point where I took my fandom out of it, and I was like, all right, he had to go.
I was about to say he had to
He had to
go.
go.
Who? And I love the fact that, and I don't know if this is the NBA historians or if this is the Jordanaires coming to be Jordanaires, but the fact that you guys keep upgrading these teams, these Cavaliers teams, they weren't as bad as they really. What basketball were you watching? What games were y'all actually watching?
No.
You mean the time that LeBron drugged the Cavaliers to the finals when Sasa Vujacic and I don't even.
Who was the best person that they got here for him? Old Shaquille O'Neal?
Probably the best would probably be
Mo Williams.
Yeah, Mo.
Hear that, Eli? Mo Williams.
Mo Williams that likes to disappear in the playoffs. Oops.
Yeah.
Oops, my bad. Did I just say that
You
out
did.
loud? I did.
They tried
I
tried
said it.
they tried to make Larry Hughes his Scottie Pippen.
Larry Hughes
and it didn't
disappeared
work.
too.
Yeah.
Larry Hughes disappeared like a bum too.
His most consistent player was, I say, either Drew Gooden or Z.
Yeah.
I wonder
First time around. Yeah.
I wonder what it would have been like if Carlos Boozer had stayed.
No, you really want to know that this is the answer. This is the thing that happened. I really want to know what would happen had DeJuan Wagner not gotten hurt, not gotten sick the year beforehand.
Yeah.
If DeJuan Wagner had never got injured and it was DeJuan and LeBron,
Telling you, man.
yeah,
Telling you.
that would have been a problem.
I just
We didn't have any help.
No.
We had no help.
He didn't.
He didn't have any help. I don't care what anybody says. I know, you know what I'm saying? We went 65 and we went 60, 65 and 67, I believe, or 67, 65, something like that, something crazy. And people are just pointing out like, oh, you can't have a team like that and not have a team. And I just pointed to people. I was like, do you realize the very next year after this man left, we lost? I think it was
terrible. We were
I think
terrible.
it was 20 something straight games. We won one game and then went on a 30 something game losing streak that only just got beaten last year.
They were terrible.
They were horrible.
And for those of you who love to use the whole Kyrie did this with LeBron and blah, 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 blah. Kyrie Irving was here 4 years by himself.
Don't
4 years.
Don't disrespect little brother. Like
No, I'm not disrespecting. I'm just giving you the facts.
Little brother like that.
4 years we had Kyrie Irving, and we had the number 1 pick in the draft twice in 4 years.
Don't disrespect.
Not just, I mean, I'm not. I'm just saying it is what it is, right? And you know what I mean. For that 2014 on, hey, respect to you, Kyrie, but
I love you, but you wouldn't have won without Kyrie, LeBron. Sorry.
Oh, I think he would have.
Nah.
Oh, I think he would have.
Nah.
He taught Kyrie how to win. Kyrie said that. He taught him how to win.
No, he's talking about a win, but you wouldn't go. You're not beating the
Chicken
Golden
or the
State
egg,
Warriors
right?
without Kyrie.
Probably not. Probably not.
You're not.
Yeah,
You're not.
all right, man. We'll come back. We'll take a quick break, and we'll freestyle the rest of the show. That's just what we gotta do sometime, man. But it's a couple of things that we might be able to get into, man. So we'll talk about that. Kevin Hanley, Phil Rucker, Tim on the boards. It's Real Spirit here in Red Line Radio. All right, welcome back to the show. 216-259-2062. That is the number to call the Dynatech hotline if you want to join the discussion. All right, Phil. We gotta get into it. Why y'all keep playing with Coach Prime? Why do y'all keep playing with Coach Prime? Why? Will y'all leave this man alone? Let him do what he's doing out there in Boulder? Now you got this kid, Xavier Smith. These, boy, I tell you, I'm about to go old man again. These some soft dudes, man. These dudes soft, man. Some of these dudes are soft. Some of them. So Xavier Smith was a player who was at Colorado when Prime got there. And somehow, like they keep finding these dudes, right? For some reason, these former Colorado players, they keep finding them and talking to him about Deion. Why? I don't know. Like, you didn't want to talk to Xavier Smith before. Now you want to talk to him because you're trying to get dirt on Deion. Why they keep playing Coach Prime? So this kid says he was frustrated with how Deion Sanders handled his situation upon Deion's arrival in Boulder. This kid, Xavier Smith, said Deion told him flat out, you might as well just hit the transfer portal and you'll waste a year by staying here. You would waste a year if he stayed in Boulder. And he said, quote, he was destroying guys' confidence and belief in themselves. The way they did it, it could have been done with a little more compassion, end quote. That team was 1-11 before Deion got there. Hadn't won more than 5 games since 2015. He needed to say that to him. Well, look though, this is the thing that really gets me about Deion Sanders and how they cover Deion Sanders and the picture that they want to paint of Deion Sanders. Like, you want to treat these are young men, right? We want to treat them like they're 10 years old. These are young men. Excuse me. These are young men playing Division I college football at a Power 5. Well, is Power 5 anymore?
Well,
kind of, sort
technically,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, you're at a major university, right? University of Colorado, that's a major university, regardless of how bad the football team is. You're in the big time, right? You ain't playing at Youngstown State. This is the big time. And you went 1-11. Nobody's job should have been safe on that roster. What are you talking about? And he told them day one, I'm coming. And I'm bringing he already told him, I'm bringing some kids with me. His words, I'm bringing my luggage and it's Louis. He was talking about Shedeur and Shiloh, and then he went out and got Travis Hunter. He flipped the #1 cornerback recruit in the country from Florida State to Jackson State and then brought that kid with him to Colorado. Like, am I missing something? Coach Prime has never been anything less than honest and upfront and kept it real with all these dudes. He told them first day, look, a lot of y'all ain't going to be here. When I get here, a lot of y'all not going to be here. And this is one of the kids he told him. I would almost say he did you a favor, man. He told you, listen, you ain't it. You ain't it. And instead of you sitting here wasting a year, go ahead, hit the portal, man. Hit the portal. And you can go somewhere else, get some playing time, showcase your abilities, whatever. But this is not going to be the place for you. Like, I would think you would appreciate that. But like, okay, Coach, listen, man, I wish it would have worked, but I appreciate that. But thank you.
I ain't gonna do nothing but light a fire up under me. What? You think I can't with who?
Okay.
Bet.
Watch this.
Watch.
Be talking about he was destroying guys. What? He told you from the jump a lot of y'all wasn't gonna be there. He told you that.
Where did the mean monster hurt your
I
feelings?
mean,
at?
come on, man. Come on, man. A lot of these young men are soft nowadays. Like you, and again, you're.
It's not like but he didn't say anything like that was egregious. I'm telling you, you're not good enough. Go fix it.
You're not what I want in this
Or you don't fit in my program.
He told
Goodbye.
them, like, I don't like, he told him, listen, he said, when he got there, this is like the first press conference where he was still at Jackson State and they still had a game to play. But it was like his introductory, like, to the team. But then when he got there in the official capacity as Colorado head coach, he told him, my job is to get rid of you. Your job is to give me a reason not to. That's what he told him. My job is to get rid of you. Your job is to give me a reason not to. Flat out. And if he don't think you could, look, man, sorry, it ain't. I'm sorry. I don't think he's gonna work here for you. But
Coach Prime is being mean again.
Like, listen to me. This is Deion Sanders has been to the absolute pinnacle in that sport. He's been to the top. He's widely regarded as the best cornerback to ever play the game of football. He's been to the pinnacle. He's had success in Florida State. He's been a number 1 draft pick. I think did he go number 1 that year?
No.
He went 2 or 3. Then he got drafted. But he's been to the pinnacle. He's got 2 rings. He's in the Hall of Fame. You know it. And he's using the transfer portal because Colorado was 1-11. Like, ain't nobody trying to come there and play. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now people are like, well, he only won 4 games. Did you think he was going to go 10-2 in his first year?
That's
like,
the part I don't. He only won 4 games, but yet he doubled the window from last year. He quadrupled the win.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about
here? Like, you don't think now if he goes 4-8 this season, then yeah, maybe you can talk. I don't foresee that happening, though.
No, I don't. Absolutely not. But
here's the thing. Because, and then obviously Shedeur came out and was like, well, I don't remember. Shedeur basically said, I don't even remember that dude. He must have been pretty mid because I don't even remember who he was. That's what Shedeur said. And then people got on Shedeur for that. And Deion Sanders came out defended his son, and people got on, Deion, it shows his character. Da, da, da. Some of y'all have never had y'all families back, and it shows. You've never had your families back. Because I would bet money that behind closed doors, Deion was probably like, yeah, you probably should have done that. But like Phil is my brother, man. That's my brother, right? Phil can be dead ass wrong. If we in public and we got to get down, I'm gonna get down on my brother. That's it. Now, when we done, I might be like, Phil, you was fucking wrong for that, dog. You got us into some shit
that we weren't supposed to be getting
we weren't supposed to get into. But in that moment, I got him. Because that's what you're supposed to do, especially when it's blood family. That's that man's son. You don't think he's going to stick up for his son? Are you crazy? And vice versa. Xavier Smith came at Deion. That's my pop. You're not going to come at my pops. No, not like that. I'm going to come at you. Some of y'all have never sticked up, have never had y'all's families back, and it shows. Y'all be the first ones to run, first ones to turn your family in. And I ain't saying you got to, they murder somebody. You got to. I ain't saying that. But
ride or die now.
Yeah, I ain't saying that. You may not have to be AC Callings and OJ Simpson. You may not have to do that. But again, in public, I got you in public. Right? I'm gonna ride with you in public. Behind closed doors, if you was wrong, I'm gonna tell you was wrong. But out there in front of the world, in front of people, oh yeah, I got you. That's my son. That's my pop. And we gonna ride for each other out here. It's crazy to see how many people want Deion Sanders to fail at this
Fail.
job.
Miserable.
They want him to fail at this job
They
so
are
bad.
miserable.
And there's a common denominator between the people that want Deion Sanders to fail.
Ooh, really? What common denominator
There's
is
a
that?
common denominator. Although I'll say some of the ones that don't share that common denominator want him to fail. Some of the ones that got melanin in their skin. Y'all, they still mad because they wanted Deion to stay at Jackson State for 20 years. Okay.
You're an absolute sellout.
Okay. Like, this is literally how it works. You start at the bottom. He basically came in at an entry-level position and then worked his way up to management or whatever you want to call it. He came in running, sweeping floors and occasionally doing fries, and now he running the cash register. That's what Deion did. And y'all mad. He should have stayed at HBCU and that. Deion Sanders is not the person that's going to save HBCUs. I'm sorry to tell you that. HBCUs should have been doing a lot better. Can we at some point, can we hold ourselves accountable for something? Like HBCUs, Deion Sanders brought more attention to Jackson State in 3 seasons than they had ever gotten in probably the last 20.
Hello?
I mean, when you got the head coach having to pay for things like uniforms out of his own pocket, that's a problem. And how long you think he's gonna do that? Oh, I gotta pay for the uniforms. Or I gotta pay for this upgrade to this facility so we can have some like what? The head coach is not supposed to pay for that. I'm sorry. They don't do that at Colorado. Okay. If the team needs new uniforms, they get new uniforms. Deion ain't paying a dime for those new uniforms. Sorry, Jackson State. Get your paper up. I don't know what to tell you. Right? They don't do that at Ohio. They're not doing that. Ryan Day's not paying for nothing out of pocket at Ohio State.
Kev, hearing you say get your paper up is just so hilarious.
Why is that old school? What?
No. It's
I'm just
funny to hear you say it. I don't know.
I'm just being honest.
You meant that from the bottom of your heart, too.
Get it up, man.
Get your paper.
Get it up. You a university, man. Get your paper up as well. Get it up, right? Because why is the head football coach paying for uniforms? Why?
The athletic department is trash.
Trash. Remember what happened with Ed Reed and Bethune-Cookman? He was supposed to be the head coach down there, and he got there and I was like, "Oh hell no! What? Nah."
You want me to do what? Nah, I'm not doing that.
But who laid that blueprint? See, Deion laid the blueprint though. Deion laid the blueprint because Bethune-Cookman was all in on bringing in Ed Reed, another Hall of Fame defensive back who could relate to the players that was on that team. Deion laid that blueprint.
Ed Reed would make a phenomenal head coach. Oh my god. Him and Ray.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I think they might destroy too many confidences.
He was
yelled at me the entire practice.
Showing guys confidence. What? What are you talking? If you can't handle that at the college level, what's going to happen if you get to the NFL and you got to play somewhere like New York or Philadelphia?
The fans, they hurt my feelings every time they say something about me. It really bothers me.
Imagine not being able to handle that and then going to play in Philadelphia. You might as well not even go. If you can't handle it, you might as well not even go.
The things them people would say.
Not just the fans, the media will tear you apart before the fans will. In New York City, you might as well not even go. Now you can get away with that in LA because they don't really care about nothing out there in LA. But these dudes are soft, man. And he told y'all from day one, my job is to get rid of you because you were 1-11. My job is to get rid of you. Your job is to make sure that is to give me a reason not to. He told him that from the jump. Like, so what are we even talking about here? What the hell's going on outside?
Oh, it's 4-wheeler season,
Oh
baby.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot, man. My bad.
It's been nice.
My
Rough
bad.
Riders.
It wasn't. It was real nice today, wasn't it? It was. It
Days
was nice
getting
today.
longer.
Yeah.
Warmer, you know what I'm saying? Get warmer.
It was a nice day today.
Sundress season
It
is
was
around
nice
the corner.
Hey, I ain't saying. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
I'm saying.
For real. I'm saying.
But I don't know, man. I was like, I keep wondering why these people keep coming for Deion Sanders, man. I want Deion Sanders to win so bad now. Like, I really want Deion Sanders, but like, come on, Prime. I want Prime to win.
Because he's a,
We need a coach like Deion Sanders. The NCAA needs a coach like Deion Sanders.
I can't say the word.
You
I
can say
wanna
whatever you
I
want.
want to say the word so bad. That's why they don't want him to win.
Oh well, we know.
Exactly why we don't want him. We like our black men to act a certain way, and Deion is not the way that we don't like our black men to act. Deion is a.
Here's the thing, though. Like, if you're okay, I just say if that's your mindset, right? When has Deion Sanders ever been that way? Ever.
Exactly. This is what I keep telling them. I was like, did you think that all of a sudden prime time?
He's never been that way.
Prime time.
They damn near named that show on ESPN after him.
After him. He's been this way since high school. Did you think that all of a sudden he was going to come in and change his way? I got to calm myself down because the good old boy network wants me to put my head down and go to work and be quiet. No.
He's never been that way. Michael Irvin ain't never been that way.
Never.
Warren Sapp ain't never been that way. Ray Lewis ain't never been that way.
Ed Reed
ain't never been. They've never been that way. There's a story. I'm like the old man sitting by the camera. All right, kids, gather around. I'm going to tell you another story. Here's a story. The night, I think this
Tell
was
us, Grandpa Kev. What about
this? Was like might have been like a week or so before Deion Sanders got drafted, right? And he gets a call.
Papa Kev.
And he gets a call, and it's the New York Giants. And the Giants was like, "Hey, Deion, we really like you." Yeah, they sent him over. Oh no, he met with them. They didn't get a call. He met with the team. It's like a week before the draft.
Got to get your bread up, youngster.
He met with the New York Giants, right? And the Giants brought this big book, and it sat down in front of him. And Deion's like, "What is this?" And they said, "Oh, this is just a book, some plays, things like that. We just kind of want you to go through this book and study it and tell us what you see." And Deion said, "Were y'all picking again?" They said, "We're picking 10th. He's like, "Oh, I'll be gone for then," and left. Got up and left. That was Deion Sanders. He was still they told him, "We want you to read this book." Now, any other player would have been like, "Okay, cool, I got you. I'm gonna read this book and I'm gonna study this and I'm gonna do it." He asked him, "Where are you picking?" They said, "We're picking 10th. He said, "I'll be gone by then," and got up and left. That's Deion. So why would you think anything will be different now? Like, this is who this man is. He's not going to hold his bite his tongue. He's going to be firm. He's going to be respectful at the same time, right? He's that coach. What y'all don't see is him telling his players, "If I catch you disrespecting any staff members around here, you're out of here. You're gone. You're off the team." He don't allow earrings and none of that supposed to be worn in meetings. And he wants his young men respectful, but he's gonna keep it real with him at the same time. Because he was once them. He was telling his mom, "I'm gonna be rich. I'm gonna buy you a big house." He was that kid. So why are we all of a sudden like this is who Deion has always been? And I, for one, as a fan, I'm like, yo, man, I appreciate the honesty. If I ain't good enough here, let me know, and I'm gonna go ahead and be on. I'll go Utah State, somewhere else. Okay, cool. I'm out. I can play.
I'm listening to the man that left his toes on the field. I'm just saying.
Deion, yeah,
he left his toes on the field.
He got eight toes. I think on one foot. He got eight toes on one foot. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm just wondering why people even come to Deion like that. I really don't. I don't understand why they even come at him like that. Like, wait, what? This is who Deion Sanders has always been. And it's not going to change. And I think if you are a parent, I would think you'd want your kid playing with somebody like Deion. Right? Like, he ain't going to sugarcoat it. He's going to tell you, you just not.
I'm pretty sure Nick Saban has probably told numerous players the same thing.
Nick Saban to get his players' ass. Pause if you need to.
No Diddy.
Nick Saban will get on his players. Now, granted, he is Nick Saban, and he's got about 6, 7 championship rings.
Eight rings, but you know.
But still, Deion Sanders has a pedigree too. Deion's in the Hall of Fame. Okay, he's a Hall of Famer. So it's not like he doesn't know what he's talking about. I need to leave. I'm telling you, man, leave that man alone. Leave him alone. Let him do what he's doing. And black folks, get off his back. Get off his back. Damn, we so aggy sometimes.
Better support us to the day that you die.
Okay, whatever.
You know, moving up on the east side.
Like, seriously, like, y'all really thought?
Yeah, they thought he was going to stay there. I don't know why. I have no idea why. Heck, I was waiting for his next move. I was waiting for Ryan Day to get fired, and I was like, hey, Deion.
I mean,
hello, how are you?
I can't lie. I'd love that.
Deion, Ohio State.
I would love Deion Sanders at
Thank
Ohio
you.
State. I would love Deion Sanders at Ohio State.
Deion at Ohio State would be
would be dope.
Disgusting.
They wouldn't even
State
allow it to happen.
Right.
The government would stop that.
You Deion
Everybody
Sanders,
else got to band together.
Man.
We got to stop this right now.
Deion Sanders and his Ohio State.
Ohio State trying to build a monopoly. We got to stop that
right now.
And you know that school of North be the first in line. Nope, can't let it happen.
That can't happen.
We cannot allow this in the Big Ten.
I don't know, man. I saw that, man, and I was like, okay. Get tougher, kid. All right, let's take one more quick break, and then we'll come back. We'll finish it up, man. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just too old. Maybe I might just be too old. Because I don't get a lot of this stuff. Okay.
His feelings was hurt.
He hurt my. He was. Oh, okay. All right.
Yelled at me.
What's that comedian TK Kirkland? Who raised you? That's what I want to know. Your daddy got to be embarrassed. Stop talking to the media, man, and get your weight up, get out there and get better. All right, Kevin Hanley, Phil Rucker, Tim on the boards. One more segment to go. It's Real Spill here on Red Dot Radio. back to the show. Kevin Henley, Phil Rucker. 216-259-2062 is the number to call to join the discussion. Got about 20 minutes left on the show. So, like, all right. So you see, I'm drinking got my Core Power protein drink here, and these things are actually pretty good. 42 grams of protein. So I'm kind of sort of on a diet, right? Because so for those that don't know, like I used to be a bigger guy. I used to be a lot bigger than I am now. I think at my heaviest, I weighed 350 pounds of my heaviest weight.
That's not big.
It was for me. I seen pictures of myself like years ago, and I'm like, man. But the point is, so I had bariatric surgery about 6 years ago. And so I went from 350, I got all the way down to like 247, my lowest weight. I stepped on the scale last week. That shit said 283. I was like, whoa, hey, hold on. Now, some people might say that's not big, but to me, that's like, but it is driving a truck all the time. And I'm sitting there and I'm just driving and snacking and eating. Oh, I would go to the store when I come home from home time, before I go back out, I go to the store, get stuff for the food so I can eat and all that kind of stuff. I'm not eating at truck stops because they be cracking the heads of these truck stops, man. These truck stops be cracking domes with these prices for food, man. It'd be expensive. So I go and buy my own food, and I got like so what I do, I go buy my own food, I cook it at home, and my wife bought me this little warm up lunchbox. I just put the food in there.
No, put it on the lunchbox and then
let it plug into cigarette lighter.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm good. And that shit worked quick too. It's quick. But anyway, but I would also get snacks, vanilla wafers. And I'm not talking about the name brand, the Great Value joints. I'm telling you, man, listen, I would get like 5 boxes of them joints. You're right. 5 boxes. And would still, and would still have to stop at a store and buy like another 2 boxes to get me to the end of my shift for the week. I was eating them like that. Like I'll be driving and I eat a whole box while I'm driving. And so I stepped on the scale. I was like, yeah, I'm like 280. So I immediately went and joined Weight Watchers. Immediately. And dieting is hard. Last night I was jonesing, I feel like I've conditioned my body to want vanilla wafers late at night. Because I was like that's why I made that post. I was jonesing for some vanilla wafers. And all I had to eat, I wanted something sweet, and all I had was a protein cookie. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, damn. Do I go to the store? Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and eat these protein cookies. But it is not what I wanted, man, at all. So Quest cookies.
Yeah, Quest cookies is good, but yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
but
that's not what I wanted.
I'm under the same boat you are, brother. I am counting my calories. I'm working out more and everything because I was just like,
I've not started working out yet.
And I know how hard it is because, man, you snack, you might be the snack king. I'm the takeout king.
Yep.
I love takeout. I don't get me wrong, I can cook, but I would rather just convenient go home, eat. Yep, thank you.
Oh, I went to Waffle House this morning.
Yes.
I went to Waffle House and I got the sausage, egg, and cheese grits bowl and a peanut butter chip waffle. And my wife came up.
Hallelujah.
And my wife came up.
Oh, it's like that.
Hey,
you ain't ate a Waffle House, brother?
I've never had
a
Waffle House before.
You bugging right now, really?
I've never had a Waffle House before.
The sausage, egg, and grits bowl.
I see both of y'all just pass that. So wait. Are we talking like because there's a Waffle House like up here, or you talking about you found one down on the road that
There's-
you had.
No, there's one right by my house. in
yeah,
Eastlake.
yeah.
Yeah. When I'm bless you. There's one right by my house. I go online, order it, and I took my daughter to school this morning, and I left the school, went to Waffle House, and got my food.
You know what? That might
The
be
sausage,
a good idea.
egg, and cheese grits bowl. It's grits with 2 pieces of American cheese, scrambled eggs, and Jimmy Dean sausage crumbled up on top of it.
Let's see what my family doing, because I got family coming in tonight. Let's see what they doing tomorrow
Listen.
morning. Let's go to Waffle House.
Listen.
So I'm not gonna lie. The one that I went to in Atlanta,
Oh, it was
Saw that? Yeah.
it was jumping like
it
that.
smacked way better than the one here.
It smacked better. I bet that's what
But
I'm saying.
Waffle
I knew-
House.
I knew. I was like, this got to be somewhere down south where this just smack. Because I'm not gonna lie, because so for real, my stepmother just introduced me to Cracker Barrel's breakfast.
You ain't never had Cracker
I
Barrel
ain't
breakfast.
never had Cracker
What
Barrel.
is wrong with
breakfast
you,
before.
dog?
I ain't never been to Cracker Barrel,
What's wrong with this man?
bro.
Telling you.
Them pancakes, them apples.
Hey, black people, I don't care what.
I
y'all
got
say,
'em
I'll
on
be at
sale.
Cracker Barrel.
Got them on sale. No,
Oh, you got
Bro.
the little syrups? Yeah. Black people, I don't care what y'all
Best
say. I'll be
syrup.
at Cracker Barrel.
So yeah, that's my next. I ain't never had Waffle House.
Go tomorrow.
breakfast.
You off tomorrow.
Yeah,
Go tomorrow.
go tomorrow. Okay,
Go
Yeah,
tomorrow morning.
I'm going
And I'm gonna tell you
tomorrow
something, man. It's something like I don't know what it is. It's like I can't describe the way it tastes. The food just tastes. It tastes really homemade, like that sausage, egg, and cheese grits bowl. Like I could, because
so fast.
but the only reason that I don't,
What is it?
what is it?
I said they make it so
Oh,
fast.
it's quick.
Word?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Go get some tomorrow. Go by yourself. If you don't want to go with you, go by yourself.
I will go by myself.
I mean,
I will absolutely go right by myself.
I can't eat like I used to eat. So like I just got it, and I knew I wasn't gonna finish it all because I don't eat like in the morning. I eat less in the morning, then I can eat a little more in the afternoon, and at night is when I can eat the most with the way my stomach is now. But so I knew I was gonna finish it. I knew I had breakfast and lunch, and that's exactly what I did. I had the grits and the pancake for and the waffle for breakfast, and I had the rest of it for lunch. It's so good, Phil. You gotta go to bro. You gotta go to Waffle House.
So what you said your go-to order was?
My order it's a sausage, egg, and cheese grits bowl.
Okay. And what about you?
I get the All-Star.
Okay. Say what is that? Because I've heard of that. Like people, that's what everybody talk about.
So you basically get everything.
Oh
Like,
God.
yeah.
And they have these like these melts, like these sausage, egg, and cheese thing, but they use Texas toast.
Yeah, it's good. But I get
Come on,
I
son.
get the All-Star. I add 2 eggs because I'm a fat person. I get instead of the cup of grits, I get a bowl of grits because I'm a fat person. I usually get
speak your
the
truth, Tim.
I usually get the cinnamon raisin toast because they give you the apple butter. It's like an apple
Oh
butter
yes,
with it.
yes.
Wait a
The apple butter,
Wait
yes.
a what?
Yeah, bro.
I can't believe you ain't never been to
Apple
Waffle
butter?
House. Yes,
Bro.
on cinnamon raisin toast.
And you can get cheese in your eggs if you want to, but I don't know. I mostly don't. But
I can't do this.
cheese in the
Do
grits.
you understand the amount of calories that I'm going to eat tomorrow? Especially,
Listen,
I promise myself I will not get high before I go over there.
Oh, don't do it.
yeah.
Don't do it.
And it's
No,
not
well-
it's not expensive for real.
Well, yeah, because I paid.
I was just you saying well.
I
but
paid.
yeah,
Well, I put that for so now the grits bowl it's a pretty big size bowl, and the waffles are big. They're big waffles. And I paid $20, and that was with the tip included. It was $20.
That's it.
Well, I was gonna say. Well, I was gonna say you. It might actually be better if you.
The
high.
All-Star would be cheaper.
It might be. Yeah, probably is. It might be better if you high though, because you high. You really hungry.
Oh yeah.
Might be better if you high. I don't know. I don't smoke, but you know what I'm saying, it might be better if you high.
That's
Just-
crazy.
It's
That's
gonna
why.
do either way. I'm gonna be honest.
You need to be at Waffle House tomorrow.
I've never. Hey, as I said, this
Because
is-
here's what you can get up in the morning, go to Waffle House.
You can go tonight.
You can go tonight.
that's
It's
the
24
crazy
hours.
thing.
You can go right now.
can. That's the crazy thing. I was just thinking about
You
that.
can go right now.
I was like,
What am I talking about? You can
what
go
am
right
I
now.
talking about? I can slide right over
You
there
can go tonight.
tonight.
You can go tonight. And you can eat that food, take that food home, eat that shit, and then fall right to sleep, bro. It's itis food. It'll
Oh,
give you
yeah.
itis.
Oh yeah.
Go to Waffle House.
I used to go there every night after work. I was tight with the crew and everything, bro.
And they be friendly there, man. Just tell you, man. Go to Waffle House. You ain't never been to Waffle House.
Get tight. If you get real tight with them, they start making stuff for you, like try stuff, bro. Bro, if you get the hash browns, get them like smothered. They put the onions on it. They put the gravy on it. It's so much, bro.
I could do without the onions.
The mushrooms, all that.
Oh my God.
I'm not a fan of onions,
Bro.
I could never.
What?
What?
Yeah, you need to go to Waffle House.
What? Where is this magical place
You
been
are-
at my entire life?
You you are depriving yourself. You need to go to Waffle House. You're depriving yourself. How have you never been to Waffle House?
I've never been to Waffle House.
I mean, the
Crazy.
one here it's not hidden, but it's like
It's good, though.
You ain't know, like
I
if you don't
really
go over there,
I
you won't
really
know it's there.
did not know there was a Waffle House in Ohio. Like I assumed that this was like a down south thing, and I was just like, yeah, ain't none here in Ohio. And then
There's one.
I
right
looked
by
it up,
my
and I was
house.
like, yo, this is like 10 minutes away from me. Wait a minute, what?
And because usually for me, like when I get up in the morning, when I'm home, I get up in the morning, drop my daughter off at school, and then I go get breakfast. But sometimes I just go to McDonald's. Sometimes McDonald's don't do it for me. And I found lately, if I get a McGriddle from McDonald's, man, it's a wrap. Like my son be toe up on the McGriddles. I don't know what they be putting them in McGriddles, but yeah, they don't do it
Fake
for me anymore.
everything?
I mean, I usually just get a steak, egg, and cheese McMuffin and call it a day. But
Steak, egg, and cheese
Yes.
muffin go stupid.
sometimes though, I get it with extra cheese and no egg, just the meat, the muffin, and extra cheese.
Need that egg.
I want the folded egg on it, though, not the round egg.
I like the round egg because I know it's real.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Touche. But sometimes you want like something better than McDonald's. Better than McDonald's? Yes, you want something better than McDonald's. And
I want a real steak, egg, and cheese sandwich. How about that?
do they have a steak, egg, and cheese at Waffle House? I don't know if they have a steak, egg, and cheese.
They have steak,
Do they?
so they can. I'm pretty sure
They do
can
have
it.
actual steak, yeah. I mean, they got a Philly cheesesteak hash brown bowl. So I almost got that today. Philly cheesesteak hash brown bowl.
Oh yeah, this sounds amazing. I can't believe this.
I'm shocked you've never been to Waffle
I've
House.
never been to Waffle House.
It slaps so hard.
And
It sounds like it.
Where's the one around here?
No, over there by you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the only
that's
one.
the only one. Yeah. That's the only
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
The other one's is like Concord.
Yeah,
It's
that's what I'm
like
saying.
far.
I feel lucky.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, that's what I said. I was like, oh, okay, it's
Lucky.
right here. I was like, oh yeah,
I feel lucky.
I have to go
It's right by
now.
my house. Yep. I'm right around the corner. Drop her off at school. Boom. I put my order in before I leave the house. By the time I
Slide
get
hit
her,
that corner.
by the
gone.
time I get her to school, I'm at Waffle House getting my order. And my wife, my wife came upstairs because she works from home. So she came upstairs and now you eating that? Because she know I'm trying to. You eating that? I'm like, leave me alone.
This is between this man and the
Right.
bowl.
Let me be, woman. Let me be. Let me eat my grits bowl and my pancake and my waffle.
I sure know. You know what? I had the same thing. So counting calories. So I'm like, here's 4 eggs. I had 4 eggs and some fruit this morning, and that was it.
And I don't know what they'll, because so like when I'm at work, when I'm on the truck, what I have in the morning for breakfast is like I have a banana and a yogurt cup.
Yep.
And that'll do me for breakfast. And sometimes, like, I don't know if they don't do it all the time, but sometimes. The last time they did it, they'll take the butter for the waffle and they'll put it inside a container so that when you get the thing and you open up, the butter is already melted. It's already liquefied and melted.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah. And then you just pour the butter and the syrup on the waffle. Yes. Yep.
I'm going to Waffle
But if you
House
eat
tonight.
it there, your waffle will be nice and crispy on the
Yes.
outside.
I'm going tonight.
Yes. Yes. It is.
As soon as we get
The last time I was home and I got it, they put the little butter container inside so the heat from the waffle melted and the butter was liquefied when I opened it up. and just pour the butter on top and the syrup on top, and then you're good to go. The grits is nice and buttery with the cheese and the egg. Oh man, you want me to go back? I'm supposed to go home and go to bed, but damn, I might go to the Waffle House tonight.
Mm-hmm.
No, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Can't do it.
Be strong. I gotta be strong. I gotta be strong. But no, Waffle House is, and Cracker Barrel too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? There's a Cracker Barrel by me too, and Cracker Barrel is a little hit and miss depending on what you order.
It is. It really is.
Sometimes I get Cracker Barrel and the food will taste like the grill, and I'm like, I don't like that.
Because the first time I tried Cracker Barrel, I don't even think I tried breakfast. I had tried something else. I don't know if it was the meatloaf or something, but whatever it was, I wasn't jiving with it. I was like, nah, what y'all talking about? This is Cracker Barrel? Like, nah, this ain't it. But man, that breakfast slaps. That breakfast.
The one thing that I
slapping.
ate that was that everybody said you should eat, it's like a major whatever, and it was underwhelming to me, was In-N-Out Burger. First time I ever had In-N-Out Burger. I was like,
Actually agree. I was like, it was just a burger.
It's like Rally's.
Is it?
Never had it. I would give it high. I mean, I don't know, because I actually do value Rally's a lot. But I would say it's just a burger.
Rally's used to go hard, and it don't like Rally's, like they fell off. Like when I was back in the day when I could really put it away, you go and they had the big Buford's 2 for $5, and you go, oh man.
When's the last time you been to Rally's?
Years.
It's been, and again, there's one right around the corner from me. It's been
years.
At least a year.
Not gonna lie to you.
It's smacking again.
Does it?
Been smacking lately.
Well, don't tell
They
me
got
that.
they got a cheesecake ice cream sundae.
Facts. Okay.
Not gonna lie. It was actually really good. And then they burgers is actually like I'm almost eating them burgers over McDonald's burgers, over Burger King for sure.
You know who I've been eating over McDonald's burgers? Trust me on this. Dairy Queen.
Yeah,
them double cheeseburgers to Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen solid.
You get a double cheeseburger Dairy Queen. It's hot. The cheese is always melted. It seems like you go to McDonald's, that cheese ain't melted one bit. You go to Dairy Queen, that joint is hot. The cheese is always melted. It is always quick too. As quick as they come with the ice cream, they come with the burgers.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I never
tried Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen would like, okay, so when I get done with my shift at work and I get done and I'm getting ready to drive home, by that time it's usually like 5, 6 o'clock in the evening. So my wife, she'd be cooking, but I'm like, I'm hungry right now, right? So it's a Dairy Queen right on the way. I hit that Dairy Queen, give me a double cheeseburger and a drink, and I'm on the road, man. Heading back home. Dairy Queen, I'm telling you, I've been choosing Dairy Queen over McDonald's. I'm just saying. Hot, ready, cheese melty. It's delicious, bro. You gotta get to Waffle House, man. You slipping, bro. You slipping. Get yourself to Waffle House, and if you want to blaze before you go to Waffle House, and go ahead and do that. It'll be a perfect combination.
We definitely going to Waffle House.
It'll be a perfect combination.
I will have a full report,
man.
Next week, I promise you.
I'm telling you, that grits bowl, man. Get it. Just. You can't really go wrong at Waffle. I mean, you can't really go wrong on whatever you get on the menu. But I'm telling you, the Waffles is big. You only need one. The Waffles is big. So, all right, man, that's what we'll do it for us. Get out of here. Phil's going to Waffle House. I'm going home and go to bed because I'm old.
I'm gonna just sit here and be jealous.
You can go to Waffle House? Yeah, you go to Waffle House.
I ain't got no money.
Oh shit, well, you do need that. All right, man. So we'll get out of here. We'll be back next week with a brand new show and hopefully a couple of guests, man. It's about that time. We done had about 3 shows under our belts. Now it's time to start bringing some people in here and have some real conversations. So we'll hopefully do that next week. So for Phil Rucker, for Tim, my name is Kevin Hanley. This is Real Spill. This is Redline Radio. We'll see y'all next Thursday. We out here. Peace.
It's real ill. It's real ill. It's real ill. Ain't no chill. Real ill. Ain't no chill pill.